So with Arkham Knight coming out this Tuesday in the road to Arkham Knight, I reviewed the first Arkham game, Arkham Asylum, and now it's time to review the sequel that blew everyone's minds, and that name of the sequel is Arkham City. Batman Arkham City. So Batman Arkham City is a sequel to Arkham Asylum, and this was the game, in my opinion, that really set the bar, that stated that Rocksteady is the god of making great Batman games, because this was the game that was like, whoa, oh man, Arkham Asylum was great, but this one, this is amazing. So let's dive into what makes this game great. First off is the story. Well, in my opinion, I think that Arkham Asylum's story is just a bit better. Arkham City's story is amazing. Like the way the game starts off, it feels like you're watching a movie. The graphics in this game are amazing. The facial expressions on the characters' faces, the animation, the city. Because you're in Arkham City. There's this large part of Gotham that is locked down, is now called Arkham City. And it's beautiful. You just want to go up and just glide around and be like, oh my god, that's beautiful. Yeah, there are some scenes where Batman is talking to some of the villains. Like for example, there's just one scene where he's talking to the Penguin. And you see the facial expressions that Batman gives. You see his mouth moving, the way his eyes are. You're like, whoa, you pissed off, man. And once again, the voice acting in this game is amazing. And it just steps up the game. The voice acting from the first game, this game, the voice acting, it's like the voice actors are actually in the roles of the characters. You know, taking this seriously as if they were playing a movie. It's amazing. Cameron Conroy. Once again, he is the voice of the Batman. Cameron Conroy has the best Batman voice of all time. You just hear the voice like, yeah, you are Batman, man. And in his final performance as the Joker, Mark Hamill gives a strong Joker performance. This is a great send-off for Mark Hamill's voice as the Joker. In this game, the Joker's sick because of the events that happened in Arkham Asylum. Because he got the tiny thing inside and messed him up, he's sick. And Mark Hamill did a great job in playing the sick Joker, because there are times where he has to cough, his voice has to be wheezy. You're like, wow, talent. And Mark Hamill, he's Luke Skywalker and he's the Joker. And this guy is just awesome. There are a large variety of villains. You know, you have the Joker, Hugo Strange, Ra's al Ghul, Bane's back. There's a lot of amazing villains in the game. And what Rocksteady does so well, there's so many Easter eggs in this game for you to just look up. You're like, whoa, some of these Easter eggs, you're like, damn, this is impossible. Like there's still like 3 Easter eggs that Rocksteady says that people still haven't figured out in Arkham City. There are some Easter eggs where like, damn, just to even get to that, that's challenging, man. And some of the Easter eggs in this game show that, oh man, so that's what Arkham Knight is going to be about. And the gameplay in this game, they just even made it better. Because in the first Arkham Asylum game, it was great. You know, I was like, oh man, this is good. But in Arkham City, they expand upon that. You know, they introduce new stuff. Like in this game, you get to disarm the henchmen's guns. You know, you're like, oh, you want to shoot me? Well, watch this, man. Watch. You just broke their gun, man. You're like, oh man, I'm the Batman. And on detective mode, they expanded upon that. You could actually analyze crime scenes, look at blood samples. There's a lot of cool stuff that they did with detective mode. And in this game, the combat and predator challenges have expanded since the first Arkham Asylum game. The scores you gotta get higher, and they're even more difficult than it was in Asylum. Because there are some challenge modes where you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta get into a free flow mode. And just to not get hit and just to not mess up, you're like, oh my gosh, it is a real challenge. And what's cool about the Predator challenges is that you gotta take out these guys in a certain order and a certain amount of time. So in order to take out these guys, they do it very creatively. And you're like, oh man, how am I gonna take out that guy? So it's gotta make you think, okay, maybe if I go here, maybe I can take out that guy. That's the thing, the game really challenges you, makes you think, okay, gotta plan out, gotta scan the area, find out how I'm gonna take these guys down. And the side missions in this game, they really expand upon that. Some of the lesser known villains that we wanted to see in Arkham Asylum, they actually give it to some of those villains in Arkham City, and they actually do a well job on portraying those villains. And also too, in this game, you get to play as Catwoman, and Catwoman's story happens in between of Batman's story. So let's say Batman's in this situation, so you go to Catwoman's story, and it really ties in well into Batman's story. You're like, oh, okay, so that's what makes sense. You're like, okay, it all comes together. And the problems that I had with Asylum was that some of the boss fights, they felt really underwhelming. You're like, oh man, I wish there was more to it. In Arkham City, the boss fights are really, really awesome. The best boss fight in this entire game is definitely the fight between you and Mr. Freeze. Because when you're doing a certain attack on Mr. Freeze, he picks up on that. So he's like, alright, try to do that move on me again. I'm gonna kick your ass. Like, you're Batman in this situation. What do you gotta do? What's the next attack you gotta do? You gotta plan your things out and you're like, okay, I gotta do this. And you're like, whoa, I really feel like the Batman. There are times where the game makes you think. You gotta solve these puzzles. You're like, oh my gosh. Man, I was just trying to have fun, but now I gotta be smart. Okay, man, let's start doing these riddles. And then once you start doing these challenges, while it takes time, you know, you gotta use your brain. In the end, you're like, oh man, I feel smart now. I do feel like the Batman. Now, have you noticed? I've always said you feel like the Batman. In this game, the biggest compliment I could give is that in Arkham Asylum, like I said, the game makes you feel like a Batman. But in Arkham City, you truly feel like you are the Batman. Now, the flaws with the game, not necessarily. The game, I'm not saying the game is perfect. It's near perfect. There are some things, just minor gripes that I have with the game. Like, since the game is so big, there are times where, like, oh, it kind of loses focus. And some villains, they don't get their due. You know, like, I wish that villain had more to do. And there's just a couple, not a lot compared to the first game. Just a couple of boss fights. I was like, man, wish it was more than that. Overall, Batman Arkham City is a damn near perfect game. It has a great story, great voice acting, a great final performance from Mark Hamill, and a great performance by Kevin Conroy. The gameplay is amazing. The combat, they expand upon that, and just some of the fights that you have with some of these criminals and the bosses. You're like, damn, this is awesome. I feel like the Batman. Detective mode is awesome. You feel like the Batman. And the game called Batman, you feel like you are the Batman. There are some gripes that I have with the game. You know, some of the villains don't get their due. The boss, just a couple, aren't as great as some of the others. But overall, I freaking love this game. And I'm going to give Batman Arkham City an A. It is amazing. Trust me, right now, it's my favorite installment in the Arkham series. Who knows, maybe Arkham Knight can beat that. Alright guys, that's my review for Batman Arkham City. What did you guys think of the game? Did you guys love it? Or who knows, maybe you guys thought Arkham Asylum was better. Please tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. Alright guys, got one more Arkham game to do before Arkham Knight. Join me in the road to Arkham Knight. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice day.